All those of you who have not been convicted of a felony, please raise your hands, who have not been convicted of a felony. Outstanding.
Come on, bro.
We're doing something right.
You can put your hands down now. My second question is, the AS has about a $30 million budget. How many of you have managerial experience, whether it be in a previous AS or working out in the business world? This can be anything from fast food to Starbucks. Please raise your hands. Okay.
Since AS does have this $30 million budget, how many of you have financial experience? And if you could state what type of experience that would, that'd be good. So,
I am the owner and operator of a cattle operation, so I do finances for all of our book work that goes along with that.
I am actually the executive vice president, so I oversee the activity fee, which is a $2 million budget. And then I've taken finance classes, and pretty much I manage my own finances at home. So I think pretty much everyone here should say that they've had finance experience, because we all pay PG&E and we all pay those other bills that rent. So I'd say we all have some finance experience.
Well, I must say I've had executive finance experience. I own a cattle company also, Shasta Valley Angus. And then I am a business marketing major. And I'm proud to say I've done very well in both accountings and in finance classes. Those are some of the toughest classes for business majors. So I think I have quite a good handle on the financial side of things.
Myself, I started my first business at the age of 16, detailing cars, and I've serviced a bunch of clients. I service them monthly, and I just actually started my newest business, which is computer consultation with elderly senior citizens, and I started that last year. So I deal with money day in and day out.
I think I'll go with what Julie just said. I finance my own bill. I don't wait for my mom to pay for my own bills and all my stuff, so I pretty much finance my whole education by myself. I take out loans and look at what I need to buy for my books or what I need to pay. So at least I don't wait on my mom.
Along the same lines, I do it for myself. And on top of that, I also do it for my family, for my parents, and for some of my uncles, because English is their second language. So I kind of help them maintain that. In addition to that, I also had the opportunity to be appointed Lieutenant Commissioner of the Multicultural Affairs Council this year. So I was able to help the current commissioner manage all the finance for the council.
My experience in finances and managing the finances was represented in that I was helping my family start businesses, and that was abroad, not in the United States. My other experiences have been, of course, I came to the United States at the age of 15 by myself, and I sustained myself, with, of course, family help abroad in the United States until now. And of course, I'm a political science major with statistical mathematics minor, so that's my experience.
As the only male in my family, I worked since the age of 13 to help support my family. I also sit currently on the RHA Executive Board as Residence Hall Association. I'm the current Multicultural Affairs Coordinator for that, and in RHA we sit on top of a budget of $40,000, of which we delegate to all of the housing organizations, whether it be RAs, residence hall councils, or even the ARCCs and RCCs and whatnot. So that's my budgeting experience.
I'm an international student at Chico State, and I manage, paying from everything from bills, tuition, everything. Also, I was the president of two major organizations on campus, and I managed all the expenses, either individual events or international festival, all the expenses of those events. Yeah.
I'm Desiree Tavares. I'm running for the Commissioner of Activity Fee. I am the current Commissioner of Activity Fee, and so I've had, over the last year, the experience working with that budget and managing the Activity Fee Council budget, which is a $50,000 allocation committee for student organizations for them to put on events that, further their development and success. I'm also a financially independent student, meaning that anything that I don't get in loans or financial aid, I work to do myself. like some of the other candidates, I work to go through school, and I do it myself, and also help support my family and my sisters going to school, and through high school being a secondary, you know, breadwinner for my house and working to help support my mom as well. So.
I don't have too much experience with finances. I am currently employed as the assistant coordinator for the freshman leadership program here as a part of Associated Student Government. So I work very little with budgets, but I have some experience with that. I'm also the vice president of recruitment for my fraternity, Phi Delta Theta, and through that I have had quite a large budget through which I have to work and balance out. And so not too much experience, but I'm working on it.
Like Ryan said, I don't have a whole lot of experience, but going off of what Julie said, as students, I think we all manage at least somewhat of our own personal finances. That I do as well.
I'm Tara, and I would say as far as finances go, I've been working since I was 14 years old, and even in college right now as a sophomore, I pay everything from bills to groceries to even my health insurance bill so that I can have health insurance, which I'm fortunate in this time to even be able to have. And also on top of that, when I was in high school, I had a $50,000 budget given to me by a tobacco task force that I had to use to put on events for our high school to promote non-smoking for the high school students. So it was a $50,000 budget that I had a council that where I got to coordinate with.
All right, my budget experience comes from being a landlord. I own my own house, and I have tenants that I have to take care of. When something breaks down, I'm the one who has to take care of it, and out of my money, I have to pay for it. It's what a student has to do, but times like 10, because we also have the responsibilities of running a house. And also I collaborate with my father and other members of my family who are also in real estate, and I recommend for them where to buy, because I am the one looking up on the internet finding the good real estate hotspots.
I also have experience, financial experience. When I was a junior in high school, during the summer I studied abroad in Hawaii. So I was really pushed into a situation that forced me to be financially stable. And that led me to be my junior year and my senior year in high school president of MECHA, which also forced me, because we didn't have that much independent leaders to go out there and actually fundraise. It forced us to be more independent and hands-on when it came to fundraising. So I balanced our fundraisers to have speakers come and talk to us, and also to come to Chico State and learn more about the MECHA program back in those days. And I was also I had 3 jobs when I was in high school. I was a waitress, I worked for a hospital, and so forth. But right now, I think we're all in the same boat when we financially support ourselves as college students. I think that's the biggest struggle coming into college, is financially supporting yourself. I am currently a cancer survivor, and I'm trying to balance my radiation, my surgeries. Just a radiation, just one pill costs $10,000. So imagine balancing that in addition to your tuition and your rent and all those additional fees.